What's going on, family? DJ Reese here of No Stress Zone Entertainment. Glad to be back with another video. So, for my DJs out there, the question is, should every DJ use a checklist? Yes, again, should every DJ use a checklist? So, this question is definitely from personal experience. And my answer is absolutely. Every DJ should use a checklist, no matter how big or small your event is. And I'm gonna give you some reasons why, and I'm gonna base it, based on my experience, but also just some reasons why you should have a checklist. All right, so 2 months ago, I had a DJ gig at the Dry Bar. For those who don't know, that's a hair salon located. I know they're located in Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure they're in other areas. Typically, myself, I DJ all throughout the tri-state area, also in the DMV area too, as well. So, not just limited to Pennsylvania, tri-state, New York as well, Connecticut, but yeah, man, actually forgot. I forgot a adapter for my controller, and without that plug-in adapter, my controller does not work. I actually have to plug it in to a power source to get power to turn on the controller. All right, so it's not like a Newmark. It's not like a small little Newmark 2-channel controller. I actually have to have the powered adapter to plug into the back of the controller to my Pioneer SBX3 so it actually works. So man, I'm saying I'm already like past Philadelphia. I live in South Jersey myself, but I'm already driving past. I think I was probably 40 minutes into my drive, about to get there in like 10 minutes. You know, just pulled over on the side of the highway. Something told me I forgot it. Now, if I had made that checklist the night before or in the morning, hours before, 2 hours before I'm about to leave 3 hours before, just to check off, hey, I got this cord. Hey, got my backup laptop. Hey, I have my four to eight XLRs. If I had made that checklist, I wouldn't have made that mistake and already gotten on the highway and basically I was past halfway my destination, literally had 5 minutes, 5 minutes I was about to be there. So unfortunately, I had to turn around, drive about 100 miles per hour on the highway back home to go get this power adapter, only to get to my gig with 15 minutes to spare. And I had to find parking, unload. And luckily, I was able to start sound, plug up, and start sound exactly at 11 a.m. when the gig started. However, who wants to go through that type of house hassle? Who wants to go through that type of situation? And I'll be honest, I have another situation too. This is actually a little more recent. 2 weeks ago, I had a gig in Delaware. Again, I actually forgot my gator bag with my controller in it, and I've never done that. And that's actually nuts. And I had so many gigs that week. I think 6 gigs that weekend. I just assumed I had originally had packed it when I was loading up my car and putting my speakers back in. But no, I did not pack my Gator bag, which has my controller in it, and also all my XLRs for the most part. I mean, I do keep another spare. I put all my spare XLRs in my Gator bag, and I also have another bag I bring, which has another set of 2 extra XLR cables and also 2 adapters for 2 extra speaker adapters. So, dude, man, I actually got to the gig. I was in Wilmington, got in the building. I was there early. I was there probably an hour, 10 minutes early. Started setting up, didn't realize I didn't have my Gator bag. I actually had another controller. So I do bring a backup controller. You typically, but I should bring one all the time. It doesn't have all the functions, like the right deck is actually messed up. So if I bring that extra controller for weddings, that's the controller I will use for the ceremony, sometimes even cocktail hour as well, because typically ceremony, cocktail hour, or ceremony, we know how smooth the ceremony runs. It's not like you're putting on you are putting on a production, but it's not like you're putting on it. It's not like you're DJing in the club. It's not like you're mixing straight up. I don't have to mix in two songs and back to back. Kind of can play, drop a track here, fade out, drop another track. So that's why I use that second controller that is messed up. So that's the only controller I had on me that evening. A 5-hour party where I really had to, go in, mix, cut up, scratch. I can't do that with a controller that one deck doesn't work. So I got set up, started playing music, went home. Had to drive home from Wilmington, Delaware to South Jersey. So that was a 45-minute drive. Came back, by the grace, but luckily, man, the party didn't start yet. No one was there yet. They're still setting up. So those are two incidents. And this is within this year. This is not even that long ago. This is within 3 months. That's the most ever within the last couple of years. I actually forgot something, and it would have impacted the way I played. Each time I was lucky and able to go home because it wasn't too far. But say if I was DJing in Maryland, there's no way I can turn back and drive 2 hours and come back. It would have been a done deal. The gig would have been a failure. Everybody would have been looking at me like, oh, this unprepared, unprofessional DJ. So I say yes, it's very important to have a checklist. Go over that checklist before you leave out. Make sure you have everything on that checklist crossed off, that it's in your vehicle, that you're good to pull off and head over to your gig. So you do not have these mistakes or where you have to stop on the side of the road or stop to Guitar Center or Sam Ash to go buy something that you simply forgot. I remember 4 years ago, I forgot headphones, which is ridiculous. You should never forget a pair of headphones. And I actually had to go into a couple stores to go get headphones. I was out in some suburbs in PA, and I had a hard time finding headphones. And I was able to find a pair of headphones, but they were a cheap pair. They actually broke within like not even a month of me having them. But so you don't have to have an extra expense, or so you don't have to lose your mind. So you have a piece of sanity that, hey, I packed everything up. It's in my vehicle. So again, DJs, make sure you have a checklist. Check it twice. Check your vehicle twice. Make sure that everything's in there. And DJs, comment below. Comment. I want to hear your experience. Does having a checklist help you out to be prepared for your gigs? Or do you feel like this isn't just an extra task add on to what you already have to do for the day? Does it provide stress? I don't believe it does, but I would love to hear your opinions again. So DJs, definitely have a checklist. And again, your checklist is going to be different than others. Say if you have you're DJing for 500 people compared to someone DJing for maybe 50 people. So obviously it's not going to be the same amount of gear, but there might be more items on a checklist for 500, of course, than someone for 50. So it's very important. And I feel like you should definitely have a checklist for different packages and plans that you offer for your entertainment or your DJ company. Definitely have that checklist in hand, ready, crossed off, going over what you need, what you don't need. I'd rather be over prepared than not prepared enough. All right. So it's DJ Reese of No Stress Zone Entertainment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Other DJs, I want to hear your comments, checklist or not. Talk to me. All right. I'm signing out. Y'all have a great day, DJs. Stay blessed. Stay gigging out there. Peace and love.